Saturday evening when I, as an executive producer of election night coverage for ABC, got an assignment in Guyana. And it was very, very black November because I also got the assignment, I guess 9 days later for San Francisco. But Jackie survived that. She went on to become a tremendous force for this county, starting out with a supervisor, then going into Assembly, State Senate, and of course now the United States Congress. I don't know how many people can say they've been to all those. My hat is off, and I'm sure your hats are. And as I said here, I had a fairly lengthy little introduction, but I think you're all familiar with Congresswoman Jackie Speier.
Thank you, Barbara. It's great to be here. What another beautiful day in Pacifica. Yeah. Keep it a secret. I know it's always like that. I like to point out the especially exciting days. Brian Perkins, who you all know is my senior advisor, is here with me this morning. He's passing out some flyers for you that have this in paper form so that you can take them home, review them, pass them on to friends. There's a lot of disinformation about healthcare reform. I'm going to speak about healthcare reform, but I'm also going to speak about financial services reform because all of this is so interrelated, and then we'll open it up to questions. How much time do we have, Barbara? And you got to keep me on.
Absolutely. Right now, for the speech, we're at 10 after 10 almost, and we have to 10:45, so that's what, 35 for the speech. And then we have 45 for Q&A.
Okay. All right. So you let me know when I'm getting close to
5-minute warning.
Yeah.
I'll give you a 5-minute, and then I'll give you 1 minute.
Brian, why don't you give me one of the sheets, and then I can. I don't have to look at that.
Right. Could I have a sheet, Brian?
Here.
You may have to share. I only need 100
All right. So the first thing, and I've actually taken this on the road to senior centers because I think it's really important for the senior community to appreciate how does healthcare reform help them. Because there's a lot of misinformation, as I said. So if you look at the 12th Congressional District, which is this area, what does it do for seniors? Well, right off the bat, 97,000 Medicare beneficiaries will see coverage improve, including the closure of the donut hole. Now, if you're not in the donut hole, you don't know about the donut hole, you don't care about the donut hole. But if you're in it, it is actually life-threatening because you've got to make decisions whether to pay for your prescription drugs or pay your mortgage or pay for your kids' college education. I mean, it is tough. It is basically a situation. If you get to $2,700, there's people nodding, so you tell me if I'm wrong. You're right. $2,700. Any prescription after that, you have to pay the total cost of that prescription, and you pay retail for that prescription, to almost $7,000. So that's a huge hit on senior citizens. What this bill does over the course of 10 years is reduce that donut hole to zero. It's going to take 10 years to do it, but it does reduce it to zero over 10 years. For seniors, seniors that reach that $2,700 anytime between now and the end of the year, they're going to have a $250 rebate. It's going to be paid out quarterly, so there's going to be some relief there. Okay. There are 11,000 people living in this district right now who are uninsured that are never going to have to be afraid to go to a doctor again because they will be having health insurance for the first time probably in some of their lives. 44,000 young adults. This is good news to any of you who have kids in college or right out of college. You can see my grin. 44,000 young adults who are 22 and no longer eligible to be on their parents' health insurance will now be able to stay on their parents' health insurance with their parents' permission. So that's something you can do. Let me tell you how real it is. I have a son graduating from college in June. He's not starting his job until September. And my husband and I actually had the discussion, what do we do about getting him health insurance for the period of time between June and September? Now imagine having this conversation if he didn't have a job. What were we going to be doing? This is a huge benefit to families in America. 7,400 people with pre-existing conditions will now be able to get insurance. Now, how many of you get your health insurance through your employer? Raise your hand. How many of you are in the individual market? Wow. All right. Those who are in the individual market, I want you to keep your hands up for a minute. How many of you pay more than $500 a month for your health insurance?
Well, mine's for my husband. I pay my husband's out of my paycheck.
$500?
It's $519.
$600? $700? Look at these hands. $800? $900?
This one's from working.
How much do you pay a month?
Oh, he's
I paid $15.50 for 2 people.
So
Same here.
about $700.
63 of age. We pay 15, and will increase according to Sharp and Kaiser for the next 2 years to $25,000 a year. We pay $18,000 a year.
Wow. So if you have a pre-existing condition and you are not in a group health insurance setting, good luck. These are people that got health insurance. There are so many people out there, 7,400 in this very district, that can't get health insurance because they have a pre-existing condition. And what are some of those pre-existing conditions? Do we have that chart by chance? We have a great chart on pre-existing conditions. I mean, some of the obvious things are there. You know, if you have heart disease, if you have high blood pressure, if you have high cholesterol, diabetes, things like that. But how about if you have bunions? If you have bunions, you can be booted out. If you've had a C-section, you can be booted out.